What's going on, guys? Matt here, and it's time for a very special Friday night edition of Main Event Simulations. Friday night on SmackDown, they've got a pretty big main event going on. Alberto Del Rio will take on the Big Show for the World Heavyweight title in a last man standing match. And if you've read the spoilers, warning, there's going to be some spoilers in this video. During SmackDown, something happened that doesn't happen very often. We had a World Heavyweight title change take place. Alberto Del Rio will win the match. He wins the last man standing match, beats the Big Show, and now Alberto Del Rio is the World Heavyweight champion. Wow. I really don't know what to make of that. I really honestly don't, because Del Rio, I'm not buying as a babyface yet. Not 100% behind him as a babyface. Not sure if that's the right direction to go at the current moment. To hotshot the title to Del Rio like that. I guess it's going to be a test run to see if Del Rio can make it as the face of SmackDown. I know that the WWE is looking for that star like Rey Mysterio to take his place for the Hispanic market, and they think Del Rio's the guy. And along with Ricardo Rodriguez, who is the perfect foil to Alberto Del Rio, so they can always keep the comedy going. And WWE loves their comedic top baby faces, let me tell you. Look at John Cena. But no, it came as a surprise. I was reading the spoilers, not thinking anything of it, and I stumbled across it, and it said Alberto Del Rio beat the Big Show, and I was like, man, did not see that one coming, especially with how Del Rio has been treated as a babyface so far, with the most random face turn I've seen in a really long time, where he basically turned babyface on the three-man band because they were picking on the Spanish announcers. That's it? That was the babyface turn? It just came out of nowhere at Tables, Ladders, and Chairs pay-per-view. And then he proceeded to team with a babyface Miz and the Brooklyn Brawler and beat the three-man band. I don't know if there's any worse way to start a character off as a babyface, but I'm pretty sure that may be it. That may be the worst way to turn somebody babyface ever. Yeah, I said it, ever. But going forward, that throws a whole nother monkey wrench into the crowded main event scene of the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Obviously, the WWE title is going to be the focus at the Royal Rumble, along with the Royal Rumble match. So the World Heavyweight title match isn't as much of the focus on the show, but it is still an important title. I mean, it is the title of the brand, so it has to be important. And we're going to get into SmackDown and also the Royal Rumble and Raw previous, because this video is going to be pretty long. This match went pretty long, so it'll give me good time to kind of just review the WWE this past week. But with Del Rio as a babyface now, the World Heavyweight Champion, who does Del Rio face at the Royal Rumble? Is it going to be a Big Show rematch? Is it going to be, to be honest, I can't even think of another heel to compete with Del Rio besides the Big Show, so I'm assuming they're going to do the rematch. Excuse me. But I think they'll do the rematch, and to be honest, Del Rio doesn't make it through Elimination Chamber with the title. There's no way. There's no way Alberto Del Rio is the World Heavyweight Champion by WrestleMania. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he does get hot, and I think Dolph Ziggler cashes in after the Elimination Chamber match. I think Dolph Ziggler will go into WrestleMania as the World Heavyweight Champion. I said it here first. Maybe I didn't say here first, but surely somebody said that by now. But I think Dolph Ziggler will go into WrestleMania as the World Heavyweight Champion. Maybe that's just wishful thinking. I don't know. And maybe Del Rio will be his match on the card. Actually, I think I've heard a rumor that Sheamus and Randy Orton is supposed to be the World Heavyweight title match at WrestleMania, with Randy Orton turning heel and working a babyface Sheamus. So maybe one of those two win the World Heavyweight title. I could see a heel Randy Orton winning the title and then proceeding to take on Sheamus at WrestleMania. But if the last year was any indication, clearly the World Heavyweight title has absolutely no purpose on a WrestleMania card, according to WWE. Even though, well, I take that back. That match did start the whole Daniel Bryan yes-no angle and Sheamus' long run. So it did set up a lot of the two big stars for the last year through that awful booking decision that was the short match at WrestleMania. But also on SmackDown is the return of The Rock. Yeah, that's right. The Rock is going to be on SmackDown. What? Seriously? They must have really been looking for a good ratings pop at the beginning of the year. And also, I think the WWE is finally motivated because they kind of took the last, I don't know, month and a half off. Really? I mean, it's been rematches and just bad booking and the awful holiday shows. Oh, that goes into the Del Rio stuff, too, because that, well, I mean, it wasn't an awful show, but that New Year's Eve show where Del Rio has just turned babyface, but yet he hits Santa with a car, you know, like if you're trying to establish a guy, and I know nobody's watching the Christmas Eve show except for, like, me, because I have nothing to do on Christmas Eve, but it just makes him, it makes a gray area because here he's acting like a babyface, but he hits Santa with a car. You know, that's the most dick heel thing you could ever do. Just run over Santa with a car. Come on. But anyways, I digress. I loved that match, by the way, between Del Rio and Cena, but it made absolutely no sense. And I know I'm making absolutely a big deal out of nothing because it was just a holiday show and they didn't give a shit. But anyways, back to my original point. SmackDown is important. When can you say the last time SmackDown was important? I'll give you some time to think. Just think about it. You got an answer? No, you don't? I don't either, because I can't even remember the last time SmackDown was important. So The Rock being on there really helps the SmackDown brand elevate to be equal with Raw, and you really need to watch both of the shows now because we are in that big push for WrestleMania. And I believe The Rock cuts a promo because they are in Miami, and I don't remember exactly from the spoilers, but I think I read something to the effect that Punk is at Sun Life Stadium where WrestleMania was last year, and he cuts a promo on The Rock, and it's basically just building and building and building for their Royal Rumble match, which is going to be pretty awesome, I have a feeling. Based off the promo alone on Monday night, I can't wait for this match. I've actually heard some mixed reviews about that promo, in which I say if you did not like the promo between The Rock and CM Punk on Monday Night Raw, just stop watching wrestling. Like, clearly you're not a fan of it anymore, or, you know, you really don't care anymore. Because those were two of the best mic guys. You know, well, Punk's still relevant today, so I don't want to say in the history of the business, but two of the best mic guys right now, I'll say, just for the, you know, lack of, you know, I don't want to throw ever, that big word, the greatest ever in there, but two of those guys cutting awesome promo, and there were so many storyline levels that were being hit just during that promo. I'm having a hard time explaining it because I was picking up on it, but it's really hard to explain because Punk was using the crowd to his own advantage. You know, he was making fun of them for the cheap pops, and then the crowd would go in and play along with the cheap pops, and it was just a lot of very subtle storyline parts to that promo that all just fit together. And of course, Punk trashing on the people, and then The Rock comes out, and of course The Rock is the people's champ, so The Rock has to defend the people. And, you know, the whole Cookie Puss reference, not so sold on that. Sorry, Rock. Fruity Pebbles was a little bit better, but then again, I didn't even know what it was until I had to Google what Cookie Puss was. Sorry, I didn't know. I really didn't know. Hopefully that chant does not catch on, because that is one. Ugh. That one's just not very good, I don't think. But knowing the WWE, they will make that chant forever memorable for CM Punk, unfortunately. But I thought Raw was really good as well. The TLC match did a really good job. I was really into that match. Other than that, I'm trying to think off the top of my head about Raw. I basically, the last hour of the show, the last hour and a half, was the CM Punk show, which was when I saw it, because I got off work late. So I basically caught the last hour and a half, which was the CM Punk show, the TLC match, and the epic promo between The Rock and CM Punk. So big thumbs up for the last half of Raw. Not too sure about the first half. Still got to go back and watch it. But that's what I think of the WWE in review this week. I want to know what you guys think. What did you guys think of the Rock Cena promo? How do you think that program's going to turn out going out in the future? What do you think of Alberto Del Rio winning the World Heavyweight title? What do you think the future plans at the Royal Rumble are for the World Heavyweight title? Who do you think's going to win the Rumble? We still don't know who's going to win the Royal Rumble. It's really a toss-up at this point, which is kind of surprising. We're in July, or I almost said July. We're in January, and we don't really have a clear number one winner of the Royal Rumble. So we'll see how that turns out. I want to take this time to thank you for watching this video. My name is Matt. My channel is Main Event Star. To check out more of my videos, please click on the star in the bottom right corner of the screen. That'll take you right to my channel. I would really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe if you like the video. And this is the end of the match. The Big Show will get the victory. Not like it is in real life, but this is Matt signing out for a special Friday night main event simulations. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you later. See ya.